that you in love with the stuff in your hitting them. Hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday. With the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh! Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when they drop home, gave me the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when they drop home, gave me the chokehold. I reinvented myself, they thought I hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down, Prescott. And his first pass is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Prescott to throw it. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Shotgun now for Carr. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Gibson. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to float this one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They give him a gain of 38.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
On 1st down, Carr under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Taco Charlton in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
93. Get set. 280. 734.
From the gun, Carr. And Miller with it over the middle. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. On now is the kicker Jason Myers for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Myers able to knock it through, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here's Carr to throw, and that's complete. It's the Carr to Cooper connection. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. are now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Here we go. Wide, gun. Wait.
Now Prescott. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Okay, 3rd and short, the mindset of the defense, probably playing the run first. But if you're playing any type of pass coverage, tight coverage, press coverage, and offenses often convert their routes at that point and go farther downfield. And that paid off in a big way for them on that one, a big-time catch downfield.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Operating from the gun, Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
29.
From the gun, Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on 1st down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Second down, Prescott. Got a man, completes to Cedric Wilson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing, Prescott. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And an alley to run.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Get out.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd down, Elliott. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
6-18.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Flush to his right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Sanders has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. A first down throw for Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Goodman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Prescott now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. A give to Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Prescott looks to throw on first. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
OP.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Operating from the gun. Carr eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Go. Get set. White.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
6-18. Go. Low.
On second down, here's Carr. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jaron Reed getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, Carr. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Monday, down, 180, 637, 29, 637. It's a hut.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Chief, 93. Later 2.
Carr now on first down. Letting one fly deep for... That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Into the red zone, it's Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
6:37.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Hey, 7:34.
Again, it's Carr. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Now Carr again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And a great example there, just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better that they work on training camp, off-season work, OTAs. But also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On play action, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go. 480.
To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Carr gives to Richard. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Finding room at the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Hey, 734. Go Chiefs. Hey, 734.
On first and 10, here's Carr. That one caught by Gibson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
734.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, trying to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, Raider 2. We're due. 808. 637. 694.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. David Irving in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. That's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think.
Here we go, 46. 26. Here we go, 47. 26.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play here for the Cowboys. 77 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Flushed out right. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A handoff left, Elliott. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick here is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
93.
From the gun, it's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Gibson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Express. Right now.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there of 22.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's a give to Richard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Again, it's Richard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now a handoff to Richard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is indeed good. And it's pandemonium in the black hole as the silver and black have won it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Raiders, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.